Hi YouTube. I've been talking for a while about putting up some educational videos about how to do photography on whatever device you have. It's been crazy. I've been trying to do one thing after another and making it more complicated than it needs to be, wanting it to be professional, wanting it not to be too professional. I just can't make up my mind anymore. So I decided today I'm going to put out a video and just kind of make the blurb announcement and start doing some more of the edited videos and post those on occasion. But I'm going to be doing these little impromptu personal conversation style videos like this, and just kind of getting everybody accustomed to the daily videos and subscribing to the channel, turning on the notifications bell. I've been writing the scripts, and I love the nomenclature of YouTube and how everybody's just talking about, turn on your notification bell and all that. If you see this and it's one of those videos that is suggested to you, or maybe you're tagged in some social media post and you're interested in photography, we're gonna say subscribe to the channel and ring the bell. So let the phraseology remain the same and what it means, but just I want you to enjoy learning about photography. It's one of the things that I've been doing as a full-time job, and it's something that I'm continuing to do full-time. It's something that I've really enjoyed. I've had a lot of people ask me about different parts and pieces of it. Some really interesting things behind it, scientifically, artistically, but more than anything, it's just the result is something that I really don't know very many people, if any people, that don't like the result. It's art. Almost everybody likes art in one form or another. Maybe they like something a little bit more structured, architecture, or something much more abstract. It's basically whatever you want it to be. But in the end, there has to be somebody to create it. So if you have a camera or a photo device that you want to use, almost everybody has one now. There's cameras on the phone. There's really inexpensive cameras on the market. There's really expensive cameras on the market. Even if you have the top of the line, but you're just an amateur, quote unquote, it really doesn't matter. But what does matter is knowing how to use it and turning out something that's worthwhile, that people do enjoy and like, and not that you have to sell anything, but this is important to be able to use it and to capture what you see in your mind's eye, quote unquote, to then take that picture and have that memory forever. So we're going to be going over little tips and thoughts, insights that I've had. They come up almost daily. So some of it's going to be scripted, and we're going to be editing some videos, putting them out here on YouTube, but we're going to be doing our level best to be diligent in uploading daily videos. So just kind of, I got to get myself jump started somehow. I got to break the ice, and it's so weird. I don't have a problem at all talking to people, but talking to a camera like it's a person, it's just a mental block. So I'm gonna take that, break it up, and make it a barrier that won't exist anymore. So if you want to learn more about photography and you want to hear some of the anecdotal funny stories that I've learned and encountered, please subscribe. Enjoy. I'm gonna make this as interesting as I can. I have a bit of a dry humor, and sometimes my illustrations and the points are buried just a little bit. So sometimes it's a little bit of a dig to understand and learn, but really most of it I want you to learn and understand from this course, quote unquote, daily videos. This is a year-long journey for me, and something that I'm learning and growing in an experience, but I want something to be able to come out for y'all to learn and grow with from my experience and number of years of learning and experiencing photography and learning about it in my various experiences, whether it was natural lighting or reflected lighting or studio lighting. I want to be able to take my experience of about 25 years or more and let y'all learn in 12 months what it's taken me that long to learn. A expedited learning process, but something fun at the same time. So we'll look at all sorts of different things, whether it's shooting in the field or just learning how to do things in the background and talking about the scientific expressions that people use in the art. It's going to be pretty interesting because there's a lot of detail and technicality to it, but don't let that scare you either. It doesn't mean that it's really hard to accomplish. Really, it's more about learning how to develop your own style than just making a style through the scientific technicality. So the science works. It's not the problem. I mean, the manufacturers are taking care of all of that for us. A lot of this is automated shooting. The important part is whether you have a professional camera, learning how to dial in those settings to get good photographs. The other part of it is really whether you have something that's automatic in dialing in those settings, or something that's a bit more manual, just being able to use it in such a way to be able to produce what you're seeing in a photograph that reminds you of that memory or emotion, that time that you are looking to catalog and enjoy for the rest of your life. There's a lot of other solutions out there. In film, it used to be that you take the exposures of all that film and have it developed. But once you have that film developed, then that's all there is. Now with a digital setup, you have the opportunity of taking that digital image and reproducing it online, social media, or having it printed. A lot of printers will let you upload those digital photographs now into a uploading system, and they'll start printing it and have it available. I mean, lots of drugstores, Walgreens, CVS do that. But professional photographers actually have printers that allow those uploads. And so you could get a professionally printed photograph from your own camera. There's a lot of options out there, and I want to be able to share those with you. And I would like to see some of your work, and I want to share with you my experience and understanding both printing on printer in-house, in your own house. Fine photo printer will do some pretty nice printouts. I mean, as detail-oriented as I and my wife are, being artistic and having worked in professional studios, there's some pretty amazing products out on the market. There's some very amazing, not just, I don't want to say opportunities, there's amazing products out there, and the capability of those products are incredible. So I just want to share with you what we've done, our experiences, and how you can use some of these to your advantage. I want to make some of this lack of understood details understood or understandable, to help y'all out and to make your life a little bit more, the word enjoyable came to mind, but I'm using that word a lot. I want your memories to be some of your decor. I don't want you to have to go out and buy things or buy picture frames with things like your memories, or have someone come out to do your photographs when you've got plenty of opportunity to do that yourself. I'm not saying don't hire photographers. There's some very good reasons to hire photographers to do in your family events, your family portraits, that sort of stuff. But the day-to-day stuff that nobody else sees, that you want to remember forever, you've got that equipment there available to you. Let's take this next year from now, December 30th. Yeah, okay, I'm in Texas, and I'm wearing short sleeves. You can see here, it's fairly warm, overcast. It's still bright enough that I'm squinting into the camera, but starting today, let's take one day at a time and talk about different parts of photography and learning how to take whatever device you have, a phone, professional camera, an amateur camera, and learn how to use that device to capture the moments that you see every day and will bring a smile to your face, whether it's your kids or your nieces, your nephews, things around your house, your pets. Let's get what you see and the things that you want to have as memories into a photograph so that you can look back at those on your computer. You can share them with your friends and family on social media. Let's start cataloging and making a record of images of those things that you like and enjoy. All right, well, I've rambled on for almost 12 minutes now, so this is gonna be cut down and used as a little bit of a teaser, but I will do my diligent best to come and share a video with you every day for this next year. And I want something to benefit you, to help you, to encourage you to start getting these images, and something that will spur you on to refining your eye, teaching your eye to see something not just that you want to catalog, but then encouraging your mind to better calculate and not just the word in photography is compose. So I want you to not just see something, but quickly learn how to compose it with how your camera sees. And we're going to be going over those details too, in what the phone cameras do, what the professional cameras do, what the amateur cameras do. And that way that helps you understand a little bit more about what it sees and why what you see is going to be just a little bit different than what your camera sees, and help you turn out those better shots and photographs that you want to keep forever for your memory. So anyway, I have no real intro, no real outros yet, but we will get those developed, and you'll start seeing some of the impromptu daily videos like I'm doing now versus the things that we're producing a little bit more quote professionally as we go throughout the year. But all of these are going to be, at least in my head right now, the project is going to be little explanations and links and things to be going through this book and explaining what we're talking about in words, so that you have some sort of visual artistic expression and being able to see what's going on. And we'll be showing you some of the work that I and my wife have been doing as well, little pattern visual expressions, and showing just how some of these things composed, or the details about how things are photographed, how you set the exposure, how you control the contrast, what does color photography do, how does it change when you're doing black and white or single color schemes. It's going to be a pretty interesting year. There's so much in photography to talk about that 1 year really isn't long enough, but then when you try and sit down to write a script out or anything else, it really turns into a much more difficult process when you're trying to write everything out. So stay tuned, share this. This eventually is more than likely going to turn into something fairly big. So get in now and share your excitement, share some thoughts and ideas of things that you've always wondered about or things you want to learn. And we will fit these things into this daily video blog for a while, and try and explain what those things are that you're seeing and want to learn, so that we can help you develop your artistic eye and be the photographer of your life and your experiences. All right, everybody, have a great one.